Is Hope Logan finally waking up to the fact that her mother's destiny is actually her own professional death sentence? You have to wonder if Brooke's failure to grab that co-CEO seat was just a corporate loss or if it was a calculated betrayal of her own daughter's future. Today, we are getting into the high-stakes corporate and emotional warfare currently tearing Forrester Creations apart. And let me tell you, the labels on those designer clothes aren't the only things getting shredded right now. Let's start with the absolute ice queen of the hour, Steffy Forrester. For weeks, we've watched her hide behind spreadsheets, claiming that the hope for the future line is being paused for strictly financial reasons. But let's be real here. Since when does a Forrester care about the bottom line more than a grudge? Steffy is doubling down, refusing to give Hope even a whisper of a relaunch date. Why is she doing this now? It isn't just about the numbers. It's about the fact that Brooke tried to stage a power grab for the co-CEO chair. Steffy sees Hope's line as the ultimate collateral damage in a war Brooke started. Honestly, it feels like peak namesake ego. Steffy is basically channeling her grandmother, Steffy Forrester. She's using corporate policy like a surgical tool to cut a Logan out of the family tree. She isn't just a CEO, she's a gatekeeper protecting her father's legacy from what she thinks is a Logan infestation. But how is Steffy feeling on the inside? I bet she's feeling a huge sense of gotcha triumph. She has spent years watching Hope play the moral high ground card. Now, Steffy finally has the power to pull the floor out from under her. It's a mix of professional duty and just pure, visceral satisfaction. Think about it. This isn't just a business decision. It's territory marking. Steffy isn't just managing a company, she's managing a bloodline. In my opinion, she's being incredibly short-sighted. By letting her personal bias against Brooke bleed into how she treats Hope's line, which actually has social value, she's proving she's a spiteful leader, not a visionary one. Now, let's talk about the heartbreak that actually matters. The betrayal of a daughter by her own mother. Hope truly believed that Brooke would walk into that office and move mountains for her. Instead, Brooke walked in and chose her destiny with Ridge. Why did Brooke fold so easily? Well, for Brooke Logan, the validation of a Forrester man will always be more important than the professional stability of her Logan children. It's a pattern we've seen for decades. Hope has to be feeling completely untethered right now. Her own mother, the woman who is supposed to be her biggest advocate, basically told her to be patient while her career goes up in smoke. This is a classic case of generational abandonment. Brooke is addicted to the bridge cycle. That addiction requires her to keep the peace with Ridge at all costs, even if it means sacrificing Hope's future. Brooke isn't just failing as a co-CEO candidate, she's failing as a maternal anchor. She's teaching Hope that Logan women only exist in relation to how much a Forrester man allows them to shine. It is absolutely infuriating to watch Brooke claim she's doing this for the family when she's really just protecting her own romantic status. She had a chance to demand HFTF security as a condition of her staying on the executive team, and she didn't take it. But wait, because there is a new player on the board who might be even more dangerous than Steffy. Katie Logan has entered the room, and she isn't just bringing a job offer. She's bringing an agenda. Katie is begging Hope to jump ship and join Logan. On the surface, it looks like family loyalty. But look closer. Katie has spent her entire life in Brooke's shadow. She's watched Brooke blow up her life and Bill Spencer's life over and over again. By saving Hope, Katie is effectively proving that she is the better Logan sister. She is poaching Brooke's daughter to build her own empire. Katie sees herself in Hope. She knows exactly what it feels like to be the other Logan, the one who is disrespected and overlooked. There is a deep empathy there, but it's fueled by years of resentment toward Brooke. This isn't just a career move for Hope. It's a declaration of independence from her mother's orbit. Honestly, I'm 100% here for strategic Katie. If she can use Hope's talent to burn down the Forrester monopoly, why shouldn't she? It's about time someone played the game as ruthlessly as Steffy does. While the women are at each other's throats, we can't ignore the explosion coming from the workrooms. Steffy Forrester is at his breaking point, and he's pointing the finger directly at Steffy's incompetence. Zen didn't go to Steffy with his grievances. He went to Carter.
Why?
Because Steffy has created a culture of fear and unapproachability. Zend is dealing with outsider syndrome, even though he has the Forrester name. He sees Steffy promoting her brother, RJ, while his work on HFDF is treated like a hobby. There is a simmering rage here. Zend feels like his talent is being held hostage by a family feud he didn't start. Zend is like the canary in the coal mine for Forrester Creations. If a loyal Forrester like him thinks the leadership is a disaster, the company is already halfway to the morgue. Steffy is incredibly lucky Zend hasn't walked out already. Her management style is basically just do what I say or be ignored. That's the fastest way to lose top-tier talent. Switching gears to the younger generation, we have a total bombshell hitting Electra Forrester. She's been thriving in her new promotion, finally feeling safe, until the ghost of her past, Remy Price, reappears. Electra just discovered that her friend Dylan is actually Remy's cousin. Remember, Remy is the one who violated her digital privacy with AI nudes. This is pure trauma coming back to the surface. Electra isn't just surprised. She is physically recoiling from the realization that her safe space at Forrester has been compromised. This is about the fragility of trust. Electra worked so hard to rebuild her emotional walls. Now she finds out the person she trusted, Dylan, was hiding a blood connection to her abuser. This story is a brutal reminder that you can't outrun your past when it's literally sitting in the next cubicle. Dylan should have come clean the second Remy showed up in LA. By keeping it a secret, she didn't protect Electra. She just ensured that the discovery would be a total betrayal. Things are moving toward a massive climax. Hope has cornered Steffy for one final confrontation, and the air in that office is thick with decades of bitterness. Hope isn't just asking for a date anymore. She's asking if she even exists in Steffy's vision of the company. Steffy is likely to tell her to wait and trust the process, which is corporate speak for never. Steffy wants Hope to beg. She wants the satisfaction of seeing a Logan humbled. Hope is done with the humble act, though. The light in her eyes is being replaced by a fire, but this time, it's directed at her career, not a man. I'm calling it right now. Hope is going to quit Forrester Creations. And she isn't just going to leave. She's going to take HFTF to Logan and start a fashion war that will make the last 10 years look like a playground dispute. We're looking at a total divide. Ridge will be forced to choose between his daughter's leadership and his wife's daughter's career. And we all know Ridge. He's going to waffle until everything is in ruins. If Hope leaves, Forrester loses its ethics and morals brand. They become just another couture house, while Logan becomes the scrappy, socially conscious underdog. This is the birth of a new rivalry that finally moves past who is Liam sleeping with and into who owns the industry. It's the best thing that could happen to the show. We need a version of Hope who isn't a victim, but a competitor. But what about the rest of the fallout? If Katie is using Hope to get back at Brooke, what happens when Brooke realizes she's lost her daughter to her sister? The Logan-sister bond is about to be tested like never before. Brooke's ego won't allow her to see her own fault in this. She will blame Steffy, she will blame Katie, and she will probably blame the weather before she admits she chose Ridge over Hope. Katie is going to feel a dark sense of satisfaction watching Brooke scramble. It's the quiet sister's ultimate revenge. Watch out for Bill Spencer, too. If Katie and Hope build a powerhouse at Logan, Bill is going to be right there with the funding and the firepower to back them up. This could lead to a Beatty reunion fueled by a shared mission to take down the Forresters. The shift in power is real. Forrester Creations has the history, but Logan has the hunger. It's hilarious that Steffy's attempt to protect the company is the very thing that's going to create its biggest rival. She's literally building her own executioner. We have to ask ourselves, is anyone actually a hero in this story? Steffy is acting out of ancient family trauma. Brooke is acting out of romantic obsession. Katie is acting out of a desire for validation. And Hope? Hope is just trying to survive the wreckage of her family's choices. This entire show is a study in how parents' sins are visited upon their children. Steffy and Hope are just reenacting the war Stephanie and Brooke started 30 years ago. They are trapped in a narrative they didn't write, but they are the ones paying the price in the boardroom. There is a profound sadness in seeing these two talented women unable to work together because of the ghosts of their mothers. Forrester Creations is no longer a fashion house. It's a museum of grudges. And museums eventually become irrelevant. If Hope is smart, she'll walk out, take Zen with her, and leave Steffy to run a company that has plenty of couture but zero soul. Do you think Steffy is actually making a smart business move? Or is she just using Hope's line as a punching bag for her Brooke-Logan hatred? Tell me if you're Team Steffy or Team Hope in the comments. Also, is Katie Logan being a supportive aunt? Or is she secretly plotting to use Hope to destroy Brooke's life once and for all? I want to hear your wildest theories on Katie's ulterior motives. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the couture-covered chaos of the bold and the beautiful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more high-stakes soap commentary. We are tracking every betrayal and every boardroom blow-up, so you don't miss a single stitch of the drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Is Hope Logan finally ready to burn the whole house down? That is the question on everyone's lips after the absolute chaos we've seen at Forrester Creations this week. You have to wonder, is she finally realizing that the Forrester name is more of a shackle than a crown? It's high time we talk about whether Hope should officially join forces with Bill Spencer and her Aunt Katie at Logan. This isn't just about a simple job change or moving her desk across town. We are talking about a full-scale declaration of war against the people who have spent years treating her like a second-class citizen in her own family business. Think about where we are right now. Hope is standing in the middle of a corporate ruins, and the person holding the matches is none other than Steffy Forrester. For weeks, Steffy has been hiding behind spreadsheets and business logic, claiming that the Hope for the Future line just doesn't have the numbers to justify a relaunch. But let's be real for a second. We all know that Steffy's business decisions are actually just a high-fashion version of a playground grudge. She is doubling down on blocking Hope's every move, and she isn't even trying to hide the smirk anymore. It's fascinating and honestly a bit terrifying to watch Steffy channel her grandmother, Steffy Forrester, so perfectly. She isn't just a CEO, she's a gatekeeper protecting what she thinks is a pure Forrester bloodline from what she perceives as a Logan infestation. Psychologically, Steffy is in a very powerful, yet very dangerous place. She is finally getting her gotcha moment against Brooke's daughter, and she is savoring every single second of it. She feels that Hope has been a holier-than-thou prude for too long, and now she has the corporate guillotine ready to drop. But does she realize that by pushing Hope out, she's actually creating her own worst nightmare? By shutting down a line that was built on ethics, morals, and social responsibility, she's stripping Forrester Creations of its soul just to satisfy her own ego. My opinion? Steffy is being incredibly short-sighted. She thinks she's winning a battle, but she's actually losing the entire war for the future of fashion. And then there's Brooke. Oh, Brooke. How many times are we going to watch this woman choose her destiny, with Ridge over the basic professional survival of her own children? Hope truly believed that her mother would walk into that office and demand respect for her. She thought Brooke would say, "I'm not staying on this executive team unless my daughter's line is protected." But instead, Brooke folded like a cheap suit. She accepted a subordinate position under Steffy just to keep the peace with Ridge. It's a classic Brooke betrayal, and it's heartbreaking to see Hope realize that her mother's romantic obsession will always come before her daughter's career. Hope is feeling completely untethered right now, and who can blame her? She's been abandoned by the one person who is supposed to be her ultimate advocate. This is exactly why the offer from Katie and the backing of Bill Spencer is so incredibly enticing. When Hope was at her lowest point, who was actually in the trenches fighting for her? It wasn't Brooke. It was Bill and Liam. They were the ones standing up and saying that Hope doesn't have to settle for Steffy's arrogance. Liam is actually making a lot of sense for once, reminding Hope that just because Brooke has to answer to Steffy doesn't mean Hope has to. He's pushing her toward Logan, and honestly, it's the most supportive we've seen him in a long time. He sees that Hope belongs somewhere she is appreciated, not somewhere she's treated like a nuisance. But we have to talk about the Katie factor here. Is Katie Logan being a supportive aunt, or is there something much darker beneath the surface? Katie told Hope that she sees herself in her. She knows exactly what it feels like to live in Brooke's shadow and to be the one who is constantly overlooked. There is a deep, resonant empathy there, but we also know that Katie is a strategist who has been burned by Brooke more times than we can count. Some are starting to wonder if Katie has ulterior motives. Could she be using Hope to get a little poetic justice against Brooke? By poaching Brooke's daughter and building a powerhouse at Logan, Katie isn't just helping Hope. She's proving that she is the better Logan sister. She's creating a world where Brooke is the one left on the outside looking in, and that has to feel pretty good for someone who has endured so much of Brooke's drama over the years. If Hope joins Bill Spencer at Logan, the power dynamic in Los Angeles changes instantly. Bill doesn't play by the polite rules of the Forrester family. He has the resources, the media reach, and the absolute lack of sentimentality needed to take Forrester Creations down a peg. Can you imagine a world where Logan becomes the scrappy, socially conscious competitor to the stuffy, old-school Forrester couture? It would be the ultimate rebranding for Hope. She wouldn't just be Hope for the future anymore. She would be the face of a new era. She could even bring her brother Deke into the fold, creating a true Logan family dynasty that doesn't rely on Ridge's approval. The funny thing is, Steffy thinks she's being so clever by pausing Hope's line, but she's literally handing Bill Spencer the perfect weapon to use against her. Bill loves a winner, and he loves sticking it to the Forresters even more. If he puts his full weight behind Hope at Logan, Forrester Creations could find itself in a lot of trouble. Zend is already at his breaking point with Steffy's leadership, shrieking at Carter about how HFDF is being backburnered while Steffy plays favorites with RJ. If Hope leaves, does Zend follow her? If the talent starts walking out the door, Steffy is going to be left running a very expensive, very empty museum of grudges that I honestly think Hope should take the leap. She has tried everything to make it work at Forrester. She's confronted Steffy, she's pleaded for a timeline, and all she's gotten back is cold corporate speak and trust the process. Hope is finally finding her spine, and that light in her eyes is being replaced by a fire that I am totally here for. She's done being the victim of Brooke and Ridge's endless cycle of drama. By joining Bill and Katie, she's choosing herself for the first time in her professional life. It's a risk, sure. The psychological layers here are just fascinating. We are watching these women reenact a war that started before some of them were even born. It's a study in generational trauma and how the sins of the parents are visited upon the children in the most brutal ways possible. Steffy and Hope are just pawns in a narrative that Stephanie and Brooke wrote decades ago. But by moving to Logan and teaming up with Bill Spencer, Hope has a chance to break that cycle. She can stop being a character in the Forrester story and start being the author of her own. What about the rest of the family? If Hope leaves, the fallout is going to be explosive. Ridge is going to be caught in the middle, forced to choose between supporting his daughter's leadership and watching his wife's daughter become his biggest rival. And we all know Ridge. He's going to waffle until the whole building is on fire. Liam is already convinced that Logan is the right move, and honestly, if he can help Hope find her independence, maybe he's finally doing something useful. The shift in power is real, and it's happening right now. Forrester has the history, but Logan has the hunger. It's also worth looking at the smaller stories happening in the background, because they show just how much the trust is breaking down at Forrester. Electra is dealing with the absolute nightmare of finding out her friend Dylan is related to her abuser, Remy Price. It's a brutal reminder that you can't trust anyone in that building anymore. The safe space of Forrester Creations has become a place of secrets and betrayals at every level. If Hope stays, she's just staying in a toxic environment that is slowly poisoning everyone involved. So, should she do it? Should she join forces with Bill Spencer at Logan? My answer is a resounding yes. It's time for Hope to stop asking for permission and start taking what's hers. If Steffy wants to play corporate hardball, let her see what happens when Hope plays with the biggest hitter in town. The Hope for the Future brand isn't just about clothes, it's about a message. And that message is going to be a lot louder when it's backed by Spencer money and Logan determination. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Hope is making the right move by quitting Forrester to join Logan? Is she finally